Welcome, everyone, to the league. It's your commissioner speaking that can't get this bottle open. There we go. And, mm, mm. Had been kind of a wild week this week. I don't know, it has something to do with, Halloween starting or whatever, what have you. But yeah, we had a few trades within the last week. We're gonna go over those um, really quick, but let's talk about the standings first. Everyone from the West won last week, and I think everyone from the East lost last week. I'm pretty sure. Um, so yeah, the standings haven't really changed. Like no teams have made or lost really any ground standings wise, as opposed to maybe the Washington Wise guys and the Trolls. But otherwise, um, the standings are the same when it comes to placements. Scores or records, they're the same. Or I'm sorry, the records have changed. Places are still the fucking same. Finesse, the Titans Elite, and the Voyagers still, rocking over there in the West. The Quailmen are now 2 games up though in the South, and the Rune Dogs they lost, and you know, they didn't get punished for it, so they're probably pretty happy about that. But what the fuck is going on in the East? Is the East the new Central, new South? What the hell is going on over there? I mean, look at that. It's still anybody's race over there. But yeah, mm, mhm, mm. let's talk about these trades. So let's see. First trade that happened within the last week. You got the Philadelphia Smeagol's and the Wise Guys. Wise Guys giving up a third round pick this year for Chuba Hubbard. All right, whatever. We'll see what comes of that. That was a reaction to the CMC trade, so we'll see what happens there. Next one, got the busy Miami Cartel. We're very busy this week. The first of their trades they made with the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks. They gave Gus Edwards to the Tiger Sharks, and they got a second round pick. The Quailmen's second round pick, so a fairly late second rounder um, pick there for Gus Edwards, and then I mean, literally the next day, or I'm sorry, a couple days later, they gave up that second round pick for Kadarius Toney. So they basically traded Gus Edwards for Kadarius Toney. I don't know about that one. We'll see what the cartel are doing. Maybe they're just trying some dudes out. They're trying to get some new looks down there in Miami. And then big trade by the cartel involving the dumpster fire. They gave up. The cartel gave up Christian Kirk, Pollard, and a 2025 first round pick. So in 2 years, 3 years, I think. Basically, the farthest we can even trade out a first round pick for Jerry Judy, who today is looking solid. So hey, he's trying to get some young studs on that team. We'll see how that works out. I feel like that's a lot to give up for a guy like Judy, who's already been in the league for a little while and hasn't shown that he can do a whole lot. But hey, whatever. You go and get your guy. You go and get your guy. And then you got the Trenum Trolls and the Vietnam Voyagers. Maybe I wouldn't say the biggest trade of the week, but maybe the most impactful. Voyagers giving up a high first round pick for Miles Sanders, and this team's been looking for that. They just needed that one insurance at linebacker, at running back, to help out just in case Cook or Eckler go down, maybe during bye weeks, even though their bye weeks are ending. They just needed that extra help there on the back end, and maybe they can fill in for some other bye weeks for receivers that they would normally play in that flex spot. And then the last trade of the week, we had Michael Carter going to the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks for another 2025 first round pick. So some 2025 picks getting slung around here, and it's for guys that aren't. I mean, I understand the 2025 first for Jerry Judy more than I do a guy like Michael Carter, but maybe the Tiger Sharks are looking into the future and seeing that that Carter is not going to be on the Jets for that long. Who knows? But yeah, so those were the trades this week. And yeah, I don't know. Do I need to update this score bug? Has anything happened while I've been talking? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good here. Um, unless hold on a second here. Wait a second. The dumpster fire got another point, so I'll put that in there. There we go. 14-6 now. All right, so let's get on to the power rankings. Coming in at number 12, you got the Trenton Trolls. I mean, they're 1-6. You know, there's really not much to say. They're 1-6. They haven't scored that many points. They haven't scored the least amount of points in the league, though. And they've actually scored probably, I think, the fourth least, I guess you would say, amount of points. So, they're getting shit on when they play other guys. They haven't allowed the most points in the league, but they're up there for one of the top there. Coming in at number 11, you got the Miami Cartel dropping down another few spots. And yeah, 2-5. They put up the least amount of points in the league. They gotta get some offense going down there in Miami. And yeah, most of these power rankings are going to be shaking up a lot of this back half. So let's keep it on going. Coming in at number 10, you got the Washington Wise Guys. Yeah, got another win last week. They're 2-5. They need to start scoring more points. They're currently 200 points behind the Voyagers in points scored on the year. And you know they just they got to get something going. ETN looks pretty solid, but we'll see what happens there. Coming in at number 9, you got the Philadelphia Smeagol's. Whew, this team is just hanging on. I mean, they lost, and then everyone else lost too. So that was good for them, right? That's good. Not everyone else fucking won instead of them. So they're still only 2 games back on the Room Dogs. But if they want a chance to get into the playoffs, they're probably going to have to win the East, and they're 2 games back, so they need to get it moving, and they need to do it now. Coming in at number 8, you got the Hickory Grove Heaters. Yeah, 3-4. Yeah, you know, I the middle of this league is just kind of jumbled up. From like I would say 5 to about 8. Those 4 spots are it's almost like a toss up between them. Heaters, a little always, of course, better than the guys below them, but Heaters have just been hit or miss lately. They're 3-4, and then now the new Call of Duty's coming out, so who knows what Kyler's gonna do? Maybe he might start sucking. Maybe he is getting off of it, so maybe he'll do better. I don't fucking know. But the Heaters have got to start waking up as well. Coming in at number 7, you got the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks. And wait a second. Once again, I've got the Sharks over the Heaters, and the reason the Sharks are over the Heaters is the Heaters lost to the fucking Wise Guys last week. So that's why you get 8, and the Tiger Sharks get number 7 spot here, based solely on that. If that had not happened, then yeah, the Heaters would be above the Sharks, seeing as how they scored more points than them, and the Sharks have allowed a shitload more as well. But yeah, nothing really much to say with this team. Maybe, we'll see what happens with them. Coming in at number 6, yeah, nothing's changed in the top 6. You got the Dumpster Fire coming in at number 6. You got the Quailmen at 5. You got the Rune Dogs at 4. And I was thinking about moving the Quailmen down because of Jamar Chase. But then the Rune Dogs lost, and the Quailmen are still better than the Dumpster Fire. And I just don't see a world where the Quailmen don't win the South right now. Even with Jamar Chase out, they still got a really good squad. Even though, the Dumpster Fire have scored more points than the Quailmen on the season. Dumpster Fire their defense is ass. But yeah, I mean the top 6 have not changed. Voyagers at 3, Titans Elite at 2, and of course you got the Finesse still at 1. Everybody in the West won, so we can't really move them down. Rune Dogs did lose, but the Quailmen, they lost Chase, so I couldn't really move them anywhere. So I feel like the top 6 are just kind of deadlocked, and everyone 7 and down are just fighting for scraps. But yeah, let's get on to the matchups. Worst game of the week. You got the Washington Wise Guys at 2-5, taking on the 3-4 Columbia Dumpster Fire. And as it stands right now, the Wise Guys are up 16-6 in the second quarter. It's looking like a pretty close game, but the Dumpster Fire still believe that they can come back and take this one. Says that they should win it, but yeah, it's the worst game of the week. This is an ass game. Um, Again, probably you might have a couple people tuning into this shit. It might be on like Bally Sports North or some shit, but whatever. Matchup number 2. You got the 3-4 Hickory Grove Heaters taking on the 2-5 Miami Cartel. And right now, in the second quarter, the Cartel are up 16-0 on the Heaters. And again, same as last game, the Heaters are still locked and loaded. I think they'll probably come back. They're usually a second half team, so we'll see. I just messed my hair up. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. This could have been rivalry game of the week, but fair. Matchup number 3. Spicy. You got the two teams that love their colors. You got the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks at 3-4, going on out to LA to play the 6-1 reigning champion LA Finesse. The Tiger Sharks are leading in the second quarter, 26-10 right now. The Gus the Bus, who they just traded for, has got a touchdown. Godwin got him 10 the other night, and Devin White got him a touchdown and a half the other night as well. I'm sorry, in the first quarter. I'm sorry. And the Finesse picked up 10 out of Justin Simmons. He picked off Trevor Lawrence, which the Sharks are not starting this week, so that was pretty smart there by the Sharks to start Derek Carr. So yeah, we'll see what happens in this one, but as it stands now, it's actually deadlocked. It says both teams are supposed to finish at 108, so this might be a close one, and we'll get to the predictions on this one a little bit later, but this one will be one to watch. Matchup number 4. You got the 6-1 Titans Elite versus the 5-2 fucking Quailmen. Big game here. And the Titans Elite are already up huge. They're up 46-14. I think the Quailmen just got a touchdown there as I'm talking. And yeah, big fucking game here down in New Orleans. And Tom Brady got a couple touchdowns. Fournette got a couple touchdowns. Mike Evans got a couple touchdowns for the Titans Elite. But Evan Ingram has got himself a couple touchdowns points wise as well for the Quailmen. So they are not out of this yet, but the Titans Elite may have gotten too much too soon. So we'll see what happens there. Rivalry game of the week. You got the Trenton Trolls at 1-6. Going on up to play the 2-5 Philadelphia Smeagol's. And yeah, this is a rivalry game, and it's a lackluster game. They don't even look like they want to be there. It's 5-0 at the end of the first quarter for the Smeagol's. And it looks like it should be pretty close, about a 10-point spread right now in favor of the Trolls, actually. It really just, again, it all depends on Jonathan Taylor. The Trolls ride or die with JT, and we'll see if they can get it done. Game of the week. This is a spicy one. This one was championship rematch from 2 years ago, and you got the 5-2 Voyagers at the 4-3 Reeling Room Dogs. And as it stands now, the Voyagers are up 13-0 at the end of the first quarter. It looks like they're waiting a little bit of a time there before they start the second quarter there. How did they get that? Justin Tucker he kicked 4 field goals or whatever. Justin Tucker doing crazy. Patrick Queen had a bad game, only got 4 tackles there for the Voyagers, so they're up 13-0 on the Room Dogs, who just said, all right, well, we can do it. And this game, again, is game of the week for a reason. It's deadlocked. Both teams are supposed to finish right at 125. So again, another one to look out for is this one and the Tiger Sharks and Finesse game. Those should be the closest games of the week as it stands right now. Let's get on to the predictions. Woo. thank you, Graydon, for making the picks this week. Rico went 3-3 last week, so he just added on to the 50% that we were already at. Sam is gonna pick up next week, so come on, guys. Let's hope. We're at 50%, which is great. You know, last year I think we finished right above 50% at the very end of the year. So if we can get like okay, we got 50. Good. Woo. Let's aim for 55. All right. Some fucking Kenny Powers. Let's fucking aim for that shit, alright? But Graydon made the picks. He's got the dumpster fire over the wise guys. Not that hard of a pick. But, I mean, picking the dumpster fire is, well, it's kind of a dumpster fire. He's got the heaters over the cartel in a little bit of a rivalry game. Some would say he's got the Tiger Sharks over the finesse. And basically, yeah, the upset of the week. And yeah, that very well could happen. Looking at the score right now, the Tiger Sharks have a chance, you know, to do it over the finesse. We'll see if that happens. He's got the Titans Elite over the Quailmen. It's hard to pick against Joe. I mean, we've all done it. We've all of us, I think, have probably picked against Joe and fucking lost, you know? So yeah, he's got the Titans Elite over the Quailmen. He's got his own Trolls over the Smeagol's. Yeah, you can't bet against yourself, so of course he's got that one there. He's got the Rune Dogs over the Voyagers in wouldn't be really of an upset, so to speak, record-wise. Yeah, points-wise, though, the Rune Dogs have scored about 80 points less than the Voyagers, and they've allowed about 120 points more than the Voyagers. So that would be an upset there, the game of the week. But, you know, Coach Mandy is always known to come out fighting. So we'll see what happens there in the game of the week. And yeah, I'm trying to keep this one a little bit short here, guys. Trying to get under 20 minutes. Let's get on to golf. Woo! So, golf. Where's my fucking paper? I gotta start preparing this shit a little bit better, to where all my stuff's ready. Where the hell's my golf? Alright, so golf. Let's see. Biggest mover was 100% Dan. The motherfucker shot a quintuple birdie to bring him from 4 under all the way up. He was at 4 under and in 5th place, and brought him all the way up to 2nd place at 9 under. So Dan shooting a quintuple birdie there, and then Graydon, the worst mover, I guess. He shot a quad bogey, so he went back down to 2 over. Kind of pulled a Tebow there, and yeah. So as it stands now, I'm still in first at 11 under. Dan's at 9 under. E-Man is at 7 under, still chilling. Joe still at 5 under. Joe's been, man, since the beginning of the year. Joe started off with a bogey, and since then he got a birdie to go to even in week 2, and since then Joe has been under par. Good job, Joe. Mandy's at 3 under. Rico and Tebow tied for 6th at even, which makes sense because 6 is right in the middle of 12. That's weird, huh? Matt at 1 over, Graydon at 2 over, Sam at 3 over, Hunter at 4 over, and P-Man at 6 over, who shot another bogey. So he's, you know, hurt, you know, down there. Just his team is just not doing it for him. Maybe they're just getting just a little old, little something. But yeah, not looking good down there for P-Man. But yeah, we're hitting at 19 minutes. Good. Didn't want to talk for 30 minutes. Get you guys going, because I know there's a game on right now, so there's not going to be much time between this game ending and the other game starting. So yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Happy Halloween, by the way, for everybody that's celebrating. Well, it's Halloween for me in about an hour and a half, but you guys got another, you know, half day or whatever. But, you know, happy Halloween to you fucks. And yeah, cheers. Also, got that Justin Jefferson swag. New Jersey, baby. Woo!